Is it recording?
Yes.
All right, Tony. Uh, Sean Fitzgerald here from Observe What Is. This video is on happiness and inner peace, Tony. I'd
Okay.
like you, for the viewers, to just give a little introduction of yourself. Your name, your age, are you married, your occupation, your place of residence, where do you stay, and tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay, my name is Tony. I'm 52 years old. I'm married 12 years this year. I met my wife when I was 40, so I was single for the first 40 years of my life. I live in Durban. Basically, work-wise, I'm a systems analyst. I work for a global company in the IT department. As a person, I'm an independent person. I enjoy the outdoors. I enjoy a bit of adventure, and fortunately, I got to meet a wife who shares my interests, and we enjoy the outdoors and road trips.
Wonderful, Tony. Thank you. Are you happy with your life at the moment? Your friends, your family, your wife, all the people around you, your situation. Are you a happy person at this time?
Yes, I am happy. I'm at a good stage in my life. I think I've been happy most of my life, but I'm quite happy with my life.
And your
Yes.
reasons?
My reasons, I think perhaps largely my wife. Got a good relationship with my wife. She's actually my best friend. We do lots of things together. Work-wise, I enjoy my job. Um, it's interesting. And it keeps me stimulated, and don't have a huge social life, but I do have some good friends. I largely connect with our church, where we're both involved, and that's also an important part of my life.
Wonderful. Thank you, Tony. Have you ever been unhappy in your life? Can you give us a reason? Just keep
Yeah.
it up. Eh?
Okay. There's you know, I think perhaps there were times in the past when I was single, and that's a long time ago now. There were, I guess, lonely times, and I think were possibly my unhappy times. Times of perhaps loneliness.
Are you, sorry to interrupt you there, Tony? Are you saying that you were an unhappy person when you were single? You didn't have a wife or girlfriend. Was that unhappy for you?
Well, there were lonely times, and I think yeah,
Look at the screen.
possibly a bit unhappy. I not as happy as I would have liked to have been.
Okay, no
Not
problem.
that I've ever got down about it, but
Your happiness is a lot tied to your wife.
uh, well, I guess it helps, this companionship, and just to have someone to share your interests with. Even when I was younger, I mean, I had adventures and that, go with friends, but do stuff. I've had some good adventures, but at the end of the day, it's just nice to have someone to share it with, and someone that you got to talk about it again afterwards.
Wonderful. How do you feel about, okay, your ideas of obtaining happiness, before we get there, just quickly, your ideas of obtaining happiness. What advice could you give to somebody on what are your views of obtaining happiness? Do you have to marry, or like you said, maybe you have to find somebody? What makes a person happy?
I think happiness it boils down to fulfillment and contentment, but essentially it's about having a purpose. And just getting back to my marriage and that. Before I met my wife, I really learned. I'd gone through some um, unhappy relationships, and I guess those were some miserable times. When those didn't work out. But I think I determined in my heart that marriage isn't what makes you happy. You can't get happiness from someone else. And I guess I determined that I had to be happy before I got married. If I had to depend on my wife to make me happy, it wouldn't work. And unfortunately, when I did meet my wife, I wasn't in a good space. And when she met me, she was attracted to this happy, contented guy. But to get back to your question, it's about fulfillment and having a purpose. And to me, it doesn't come from materialistic things. I think I look at the big picture, and it's having a purpose in life, and leaving a legacy. And I think my Christian walk is an important part of that. Because I kind of find my fulfillment in my my spiritual relationships as well.
Wonderful. Thank you. How do you feel about happiness being tied to the opinions of others? Do we find today, and I don't want to say anything about this, but we find today that people think that maybe we sometimes believe that maybe happiness is tied to what other people want us to do, or their opinions are important. So, we follow we're worried about making somebody think bad of us. How do you feel about that?
Uh, no, I disagree. I'm actually a non-conformist, and I'm a bit of a rebel. I'll go against the stream, and I prefer to find my own path, and I'm not really dictated to by other people what they think should make me happy.
Wonderful, good answer. Thank you, Tony. Do you look at the truth at everything in your life? The truth.
um, yes, I guess I do. The question not totally clear, but yeah.
What I mean is the truth. Sometimes we deny what actually is happening to us in reality. We tend not to look at what actually is happening, what the actual truth is, and we explain it away. You get these
Oh
people
yeah.
that bury their heads in the ground, they pretend nothing's happening. We go on fantasies, or we just pretend. Are you understanding where I'm going
No,
with
no,
it?
absolutely.
Do
No, no, I'm not for denialism, and you, you know, no, I'm definitely for the truth, and I don't avoid issues, and uh, I face up to truth, and you accept things how things should be, and not how you'd like to think they should be.
Yeah, very good answer. Thank you, Tony. Do you accept yourself completely as a person
Oh,
for all your
absolutely.
faults and all your good things? I mean, do you?
Yeah, no, warts and all. No, I accept myself, and I don't have any regrets, on things that I've done in my life. I've made mistakes, and I look back on them, and I learn from them. But I accept the decisions that I made in the past and the consequences of them, and I live with them. Yeah.
Are you always right?
Um, no, my wife's always right. I'm often wrong. Uh,
Do you
but
like to always believe you're right?
okay. No, 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 not at all. I make mistakes. I don't regret them. I often think I'm right in the beginning, and I discover I'm not. But that's fine. But perhaps at least half the time, I think I am right.
Okay, good answer. Is happiness tied to religion? In other words, can you be happy without God, or have peace without God?
Yeah. Perhaps some people think that you can, but personally, I don't think I could. I just find it. It brings fulfillment. Like perhaps it just completes the circle. And I look at life holistically, and I look beyond the just the pleasures of life. There has to be fulfillment, and it's not just physical pleasures. There's that inner peace within you too that that not even your wife or partner can bring. There's that inner peace which can only come from a spiritual, like a deeper source.
Sorry guys, I should have said this in the beginning, but we're sitting here in South Africa with load shedding, and that's why Tony's sitting with a dark background. I actually came to his house and all the lights are out, so we had to find some kind of lighting that would actually work. So I should have said this in the beginning. Just understand that. So why Tony looks in the background there and with the dark at the back, because it's basic load shedding in South Africa. All right. Anything else you want to add to the subject for the viewers? Any advice you can give to people that are on a search for inner happiness and inner peace in their lives?
Yeah, I think basically, I suppose the start is as you have to like yourself, you know, be content with who you are, and and you must live life for yourself, not to please other people, and then have a purpose, um, and and I think in all spheres of your life, say for example my job, I apply myself to my job. I like to do it well. I like to do things well, and then also, personally, I believe in having a purpose beyond our own life. Leave a legacy, and leave an impact on other people's lives. And make a difference to their lives. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you, Tony. We are at the end of the interview. Won't you just hit the red button there and just